So why heat or why spray? Everybody asks us which one works the best. Typically, when a company doesn't offer heat, obviously they're going to talk against the heat. If they only offer spray, then again, they're going to talk against the heat. If they have heat and no spray, then obviously they're going to talk against the spray. So sometimes, or most of the time, it might be just a sales pitch to you as a client. That's why we like to use both. It's a combination. That way there is no question which one works the best. The heat treatment typically can kill all the eggs. That's the power to the heat. I always tell clients, eggs can't hide from heat, but eggs can hide from spray, obviously, because you can't find all the eggs to spray them. And the fear factor of heating a home, people say, well, it's going to burn your stuff down. We've done tons of homes, and, we don't melt TVs, we don't melt things that you would think it would melt. We watch the home very carefully. We actually stay on premises the entire time as the heat treatment is going. We go in and out of the house about every 30 minutes approximately and monitor the heat to make sure it's safe. It's a temperature where we want it to be. So we want to make sure safety first above everything else for clients. Our number 2 goal obviously is tied in with number 1. We want to make sure the bugs are gone in the first day when we use heat treatment. So the power to the heat treatment is to kill the eggs. The heat will kill the bed bugs obviously too. At 150 degrees, this is what we typically see. A bed bug will die in approximately 10 seconds or less. So we typically heat a house for about 8 hours. And the reason we go about 8 hours, and again, that's approximate, depends upon an infestation, whether it's light or heavy. And we want to make sure that the furniture gets penetrated. It's like cooking a turkey. We want to make sure the heat gets into the middle of the furniture and the heat gets into the walls. I've talked to spray companies, and clients have talked to spray companies, and they say, well, the heat won't get them into the heat will push them into the wall. Well, I hope a bed bug will go into the wall, so to speak, because if you touch a wall with your hand as we're heating, you will never touch that wall again because it's so hot. And it'll fry a bed bug behind that wall. And that's the whole purpose of us heating that long. Because I tell people, if a spray company is telling you what works with heat and what doesn't work with heat, my response is, how will they know if they've never used heat before in their entire life? Only the experts can know that. This is what we do. We kill bed bugs. We know bed bugs through and through, and we try to kill them as fast as we can. And on day 1 is what we try to do.